going on? Why is gas so high? Smash that like. What's going on with y'all? Whose fault is all this? Why is gas so high today? Akeem, what's going on with you? First, like a motherfucker too. That's what it is. Thanks for that support, Akeem. What you got going on today? What you getting into? I like that. Pop up, I pop out on them. That's right, Hakeem. What you been doing though, fam? Oh shit. I've been just scrolling through all what's going on in the world. This shit is crazy. The world is fucked up right now, man. The economy, people that's doing fucked up shit is just. I wonder how's it going with Donald Trump in Beijing. Bet you he ain't going to Beijing with all that bullshit. PNG, what's up with you, PNG? Hey P, have you heard about that program they got in y'all city for I think it's in the Calumet Street area, you know what I mean, area because but it's a tech center that's privately funded, like a tech school that's HVAC, um electricians, all kind of stuff. It's in Chicago, and they say that that shit it's getting more. I mean, than it's getting more play than the regular ones. How's your day today, family? Smash that like y'all. Yes, they got a couple of schools. Grateful that gas is high. Everything high right now. Gas is high as fuck, dude. Yes, they got a couple of schools that some of them, when you finish the program, you go straight to the union, like the plumbers union, or yeah, they got that here too. Like if you do something like with welding or anything that's dealing with the ship fitting business, welding, you go straight to the company. Electricians, you straight to the union, plumbers, and they got them at the technical schools like um DeVry and ECP, ECPI and stuff like that. It's saving a lot more money than going to college. P&G says, is there a federal gas tax that he is pausing because some states like Indiana already don't have gas tax. That's why people from Chicago often go to Indiana to get their gas. Yep, there is a federal tax, but he doesn't have the power to pause it. On my research, they say only Congress can pause it. There's a lot of shit Donald Trump doing that is supposed to be only Congress can do. Like Congress didn't declare this Iran war, but Donald Trump's doing it. So it's all this speculation, and it makes you wonder, like, just really what's going on. But yeah, I was reading. I can't. I wanted to remember the name of that tech school because it was. It said it was independent. It was. It wasn't. It ain't ran by the city or the state. It's ran by some people out of the area. You know what I'm saying? And it was having good results. Smash that like y'all. That's where it's at though, because you know there's a lot of kids ain't trying to go to the they ain't going to college no more, and they ain't going to the military. Remember, everybody used to want to go to the military to better themselves. Now, shit, motherfuckers do not want to better themselves because use if facilitated the right way, it can be a good thing, man. Mm. Is a comedian by the name of I'm single, right? And I live near Hollywood. Takora Williams. Fly, big block. Smash that light. Mm, mm. All I see these days is Trump issuing threats to Americans. Now, it won't Tulsa. It's in Chicago. It's hold on. Let me see. Can I find it, y'all? Let me see. Can I find this shit? Because one of the dudes was saying that jump was way more attentive. Okay, Calumet Pop is in Calumet Pop. Look at her. Show her. Let her be the first one to see. That trade school that I was talking about, PG, is in Calumet Pop. Yup. Here we go. And measuring. See, like that. As this wall is built, so are. Smash that like y'all. Now that y'all in here. Makes me feel appreciated and wanted. 19-year-old James Shavers is a pre-apprentice at Prosperity Building Futures Trades and Entrepreneurship Training Center here in Calumet Park. The high school grad who lives in Meston says for a year and 2 months he tried getting into trade schools for construction, carpentry, plumbing, and to become an electrician. I've been applying to them. This is a nonprofit. Back, wait listed, and as soon as I reached out to this program, I got within less than a week. And you have a full scholarship. Yes, everything is paid for. The nonprofit center is funded through state grants. Qualifying students can have their courses fully paid through scholarships. Inside this center, students aren't just learning a trade, they're being given a pathway to stability and purpose. Yeah, it's a nonprofit. I like that. When I saw that, I said, see, these kids don't have to worry about their tuition getting paid or having a bill after they do get a job because it's a grant. And is also a college instructor. I can share what I've learned with some of these kids. I can teach them the path, which is something that I lack. With Sean Walker talking. In the South Side. Husband and wife Stephanie and Michael Benison are the visionaries behind the nonprofit program, which they say is the first Black-owned pre-apprenticeship trades training center in the South Suburbs. Wow, the first Black-owned pre-apprenticeship from Blue Island, Illinois to called Prosperity Services. 2 months. What's going on? It just opens up the possibility. What's going on there? Space Dust. Oh yeah, you told me that. What'd you say the job doing? Shit. What's the new job doing? You said it's paying good too. Shit. That's all good. Just you came by now and showed your support. That's what it is. Yeah, it's prosperity. Wow. See what I'm saying? We need more like them, man. to train these babies more than get them ready for penitentiary. Oh yeah, what you enjoying your lunch break at today? Space dust. What you having for lunch? Space dust. Y'all remember Space Ghost? Smash that like y'all. Hanna Barbera had it. The dopest cartoons. Okay, shit, that is something special if they paying. Ain't nothing wrong with it. What you say? When you eating some Wendy's? Yeah, I go to McDonald's when I do go to fast food. McDonald's or Chick-fil-A. My loved ones love Wendy's. I go to McDonald's. I like double cheeseburger and the small fry. Or like I say, Chick-fil-A. If you really want to spend some money, because Chick-fil-A will touch your motherfucking pockets. For people at Chick-fil-A, they will touch your shit. Where do you get a job at? Making printer ink? Um, Canon. Canon is hiring. Canon, um, spelled Canon, Canon. That's one place I know you can get a job making printer ink. Why you say that? Relaxing music. Is that one of your fortes, making printer ink? I would say Canon. Okay, okay. That's probably lucrative. And is it through Canon? Smash that like. Is it for those printers they got out now though? Is it for those like industrial printers that they got out now? Those what's those printers? They got printers out now that they building houses and shit with. Okay, okay, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. The last family owned business I used to work for was a business called Jody's Popcorn. And probably like 2010, Jody Popcorn was dope. But you would gain some weight working at Jody's because you got to make the popcorn, then you got to sample it. And then they got other things in there too. Like that shit crazy. Okay, lithography. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, that's what it is. Smash that light. So do they create lithographs there also? Probably like duplications of the Mona Lisa or what's that? Violets by the other artist with the little flowers and shit. Was it Van Gogh? Was that Van Gogh that did violets? Or was that lilies? It's called lilies of violets, the Van Gogh shit. Smash that like y'all. 12 people watching. Double tap the stream, get over there and turn on the notification. Support the channel. We've been at 31,000. We trying to, you know what I mean? Break past the norm. But yeah, it's so much industry and prosperity going on around here. But it's gonna be put to a halt if you can't buy a gallon of gas to get to it. Yeah, I mean, so if gas go to $10, that means that's the triple up. You're paying triple. It's 10 of y'all in here. Double tap the stream. Let's get them likes up to 100 real quick, man. Quickly. Let's see how quick we can get it up. Participate, engage. Did China win Iran war? Will Trump pausing gas tax help? Whose fault is this? Who divided America? And y'all know Trump in Beijing right now. I wonder if the Chinese dude laughing at him. Because that shit with Iran is really a gaffow. Should have left them people alone. Why relax? You look you need a job, relax. Because you might not even be in the area. You might even not be in the area. Relax. What kind of shit you was selling on Etsy? Smash that like one of these shits you was got there gonna reach it. Smash that like, y'all. P&G, what's the next big interview you got coming up? Okay, okay. That's what it is, relaxing. Yeah, that's what the Scarface. I kill a communist for fun, but for a green card, I'm gonna copy him a real nice. Smash that like, y'all. 7 of y'all in here. Double tap that stream. Did China win the Iran war with Trump pausing gas tax help? Whose fault is this? Who divided America? Because shit, not to mention that Donald Trump hasn't negotiated with the Iranians yet. He's been sending all his peoples. He's being summoned directly to China. But they already had this meeting set up. But you know, Jinping probably like looking at it now like he coming in with a loss. I mean, it's like Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield meeting up at IHOP after the loss. Mike Tyson with what's his name? What's the guy that knocked Mike Tyson out? And he didn't do shit after that. What was the dude name that knocked Mike Tyson out? Because you know, Mike Tyson bit Evander Holyfield ear. So what was that guy? I can't think of his name, but that motherfucker ain't do shit. Buster Douglas. Buster Douglas. Buster Douglas. Buster Douglas ain't do shit after that. Where is Buster Douglas? Probably doing 5 to 20. But that shit crazy. It's the past administration for not handling this. You just hate Trump because why do I hate Trump? I live in Arkansas. Although I love the nature and hiking, there's no place I like. Also, there are places I say you about to get to the Washington D.C. That's pretty dope. Before Trump changed that bitch around, I got some gang interviews, Chicago gang interviews in the works. Also, have you heard of L.A.J.? He's a blood from California who brought them out to Ohio. I'm getting ready to interview him soon as well. Right, but okay, let me ask you something about L.A.J. Ain't L.A.J. a Crip? Because they said because it's one of them. It might be L.A.J. Is L.A.J. a Crip? PNG, I heard of him because he was involved with the with that dude that was supposed to have been the Black Panther, the light skinned dude. Yeah, James Buster Douglas. You know, Pete, Sweet Pea, I went to school with him. He was in the 12th grade. I was in the ninth grade, but I knew him my whole life. He was thorough as a bitch, Sweet Pea. And I just released the it was like a short where I was peeking out the hotel window. That project is where he's from. And Keyshawn Davis, who a boxer right now, that's where he from in that area. You ever heard of Keyshawn Davis, PNG? He a little fighter. He was fighting before he was professional. He was busting motherfuckers up around here, him and his brothers. But yeah, is that LAJ guy? Is he a Crip and he brought the blood shit? I mean, he came from LA and told the Bloods in Ohio how to do their shit. Is that the same one? I might be getting them mixed up with some shit that happened in Texas, but I know that LAJ guy had something to do with the blood light skinned motherfucker that just said he was with the new Black Panther. That he was been sanctioned by the Black Panthers. I can't even think of his name. He came and went so quickly. Ain't nobody even go for that shit. Motherfucker was like, Black Panthers, set your ass down. Smash that. Like y'all know what I'm talking about. Like last year, or was it this year? It was the light skinned dude, Songbird, bird song or something like that. He came on talking about something. He was with the Black Panthers. Motherfuckers was like, what? Set your ass down. But yeah, Buster Douglas, James Buster Douglas, knocked Tyson ass down. Remember, Tyson used to be vicious. Tyson's come out there with them black shorts on and running down like you like, whoa, 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 whoa. Nah. Bust your ass up. Smash that like. I'm telling you, like, I think the LAJ guy that brought the shit to Ohio, the blood shit was a Crip. I heard the name though, Pete. Let me see. But yeah, that should be a dope one. I like the Big Mitch joint. Big Mitch remind me of me, just straight up raw with it. Big Mitch that went through something, and you know what I'm saying, and he better for it. That shit crazy. Smash that like, y'all. Man, the Chicago gang should be super interested too. He might have been the blood P. I can't. I got to fact. It's one of these um states that were when they got their gang shit. They got their gang shit from a Crip. Gave the Bloods. Oh, yo, the Bloods do this and that on our side. La, 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 la. Know what I'm saying? Which is crazy. But the Chicago gangs are the most interesting to me because the Bloods and the Crips from LA are so commercialized. They the movie gangsters. Although there's a movie about the Midwest like First Time Felon and all that. You heard Boss and you know what I mean you heard the GD, Vice Lord, and I mean peoples and folks in that First Time Felon with Tretch and Omar Epps. Even in the joint with when LL Cool J was playing God, although that was supposed to be about a New York cat out of Boston, it seemed a little Midwesty to me. But that was some dope movies too. But the Chicago gangs are more tribal than even the LA gangs are tribal, but they done got so commercialized. It's like for real? But Chicago, when you really get down to it, it was tribal in the sense that it was the whole community involved. And out of some of it, it was some brilliant people. And then it was some people that were brilliant and used their talents for destruction. Like, I be watching a lot of that. Because it seems like all the Chicago dudes be old school with it. They formulate a plan to get this bread. You know, it is what it is. But it's always some motive that come out of it that you know what I mean. It gets the shit get international quick. I read up on a whole lot of them. The ones that was with the Rangers. All of them got their own. They what was it? The Undertakers. That's all kind of 'em. And each block has their own like little set of whatever is the the main joint. I just say Chicago. It plus LA. You know what I mean? It's been so saturated and watered down. Like I say, they super commercial. Let's shed light on other because gang culture. Everybody think it's a bad thing. Some of it is just familiar bonds. You know what I mean? Family. You know it in the black community anyway. If you live by somebody for like more than a year, that's your cousin. And somebody live on your block and you in school and something happen, you damn sure that's your cousin. I mean, that's bro. If your moms and sisters and shit is tight and y'all, you know what I mean, interchanging houses and go get me a cup of sugar from Lois and tell Lois send me 2 cigarettes. You feel me? That's your brother. You know what I mean? That's just how we do it in our community, in our culture. We embrace ours. You know, I never stand around for somebody from my hood, or I'll never stand around and let somebody punish them or anything. We gonna get punished or we gonna punish. That's just how we came up. Like, that's my cousin. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But you know what, P, with that LA, with the LA young man, it's always somebody LA something. And every besides Los Angeles, like I said, it was a LA somebody that was in Texas shaping and molding the gang culture. And it's not this same young man. LA, we had an LA over here. I seen an LA guy die. He got shot by a Florida guy. You know what I'm saying? Well, historically, it wasn't like that. It was the purpose of them to establishing the folk nation, the people nation, and nowadays each street got its own thing. It's all messed up and crazy now, right? PNG, that peoples and folks. A lot of people don't know that. And it run thick for some. Well, because of the Mississippi River, Chicago is like the New York of the Midwest and the South. Tennessee, Kentucky, Alabama, Mississippi, the SIP, all of them get their gangster shit from Chicago in their style and they, you know what I mean? They trends. 'Cause we used to get our trends from both ways. From down south, maybe Miami, Atlanta might come and snatch some trends from us, or we'll snatch something they doing. But really, on the East Coast, New York set the trend for everybody, if not the whole country. But yeah, the peoples and folk nations, yeah. A lot of times when I in the '90s, one time one of my homeboys, he had went to Chicago. I think his daddy was from Chicago, and he came back with the hook. It was like a star, and he was dissing the hooks, I believe, because his joint was pitchforks, and him and this dude got the beef, and we was in correctional for selling tags, and he wrote the shit on the cup and put the cup through the bars and pointed it and showed it to the dude, and they were going back and forth. It was crazy, man. That was my first experience with it. Shout out Cujo, man. My G Cujo was on that shit. Smash that like, y'all. But I think it's a time for them to get they shine, because a lot like Jeff Fort, they um he is very motherfucking charismatic. He got a hell of a story. He was at one time looked at maybe as a savior for the community, giving grants and shit. Even Larry Hoover. Larry Hoover is like the ghost. We Many of us know his name, and yeah, you know he with the GDB Chicago, but nobody really knows the Larry Hoover like Chicago knows Larry Hoover, because he like in the Bay Area there might be on mamas, and in the down south we might be on my granddaddy grave, and know what I mean? But they is on Larry. Like the motherfuckers swear by his name. So I think his story should be told too. And I don't think it should be told on the mid-level screen. It should be on the big screen, but told the way it happened. You know what I mean? Because sometimes the story gets faded when your family do the buyout, because it's not enough funding. And it looks like it's, you know what I mean? Like one of them B level movies. But I think definitely those Chicago gang leaders, and there's a lot more like Shorty in them. Like somebody would be like on King Shorty, King David. All of this stuff need to be clarified and explained, because that shit is a phenomenon. Um, I'm telling you some wild shit, and I ain't take it as no disrespect, because it's all over. But my little son said on BD one day, I got there go was laughing, because it's like you don't even know what you're talking about, but that show you how far that these people have touched. You know what I mean? Pop culture, that a little kid will say on BD, not knowing what it is, but it got to him. It's like they say, as long as your name is whispered, you will forever be immortal. It's like I wasn't mad with it, because he won't doing it, throwing up no gang sound or nothing. He was just saying what he heard on TikTok, and he didn't even know what it was to be looking like he was doing something mischievous. He was just saying, "Oh, it was funny though." You know what I mean? That's what it is. You know what I mean? I do have an understanding that I know that my boy wasn't like about to go got there gonna get affiliated, hit the block, because in the Chicago gang culture is more familiar. You don't have to get jumped in or nothing, do you? Because the basis they used to tell you the Los Angeles gangs and all that. That's when you got put on the set when they whoop your ass and you fight. I don't see how we gonna be friends after we nut, unless you know what I mean, especially to be you know what I mean, and you knucking you trying to hurt me. Yeah, on Larry Hoover, on Chief Malik, on it's one of them that got a dope ass name. uh Keita. What's his name? Prince Keita. Yeah, on Chief Malik. I like the way Jeff Fort Bay changed his name about 50 times. They call him Angel. Chief Malik. Just watching his old clips. I know he was into something, whatever he was into. Who's not? Who was not? But the way he was just moving, man, he was just moving like a G. He had the cornrows. I like when he wear that hat, that straw hat with the spike on top. Man, that's just he was a motherfucking smooth criminal. It is what it is. I can't hold up for what he did or whatever they say he did. That's on him. He got to eat that cake. But I do believe their movie needs to be told. Their story, because they made movies. Their life is movies. It need to be told, and it don't need to be told in a way where they looked at in a bad light. Just looked at. Yeah, King Shorty, fam. I'm telling you. Like, see what I'm saying? See how that King Shorty shit. Um, Shit, Angelo. Angelo is the one though that I was like, damn, that young nigga had got in power, and then this thing end up in the trunk. You know what I'm saying? It's real shit. You know what I mean? That's how I came up in real life, man. A lot of these people don't realize a lot of this shit that they are subscribing to. This shit is real. Yeah, King Shorty family. With his tell King Shorty, I did my best. With something to the up, through the whoop. I tell King, I did my best, right? I mean, I don't know that, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but California got you. You scrapping it. Now we can't. I might be a little mad with you for a couple of weeks, so you might want to stay away from me after we nut. You know what I'm saying? Because it take a lot for me to nut a nigga that's I'm associated with my family. You know what I mean? My peoples. But hey, um, uh, with Mad Dog on Good Times for the Satan Knights. I'm Mad Dog, Warlord of the Satan Knights. When he had met James. Greetings. What's going on, Bijou? What's up with you? How's your baby doing? I see you was on a walk the other day doing your thing. How you? Yeah, Chief Wakita. Yeah, Chief Wakita. Look, uh, he just came home a couple of years ago. And I told you I saw him give that fucking speech that the OGs had sent that the young boys ain't acting right, and whoever ain't acting right get down and lay down. Hopefully, it didn't come to that. But the speech he was giving, I understand the message. It's too much disunity out here, man. Yeah, Wakita, smash that. Like, what's going on in the UK right now, Bijou? Smash that. Like, and everybody thinking that Larry Hoover was gonna get out. Maybe Larry Hoover will make parole now that his federal system was commuted. Maybe he'll make parole. Yeah, Angelo Roberts, Four Corner Hustler. Yeah, him. Um, the other cat. What's the one in the wheelchair? Is Lloyd. Lloyd Gangsta Ass. And then the one Span. Willie Lloyd. They said Willie Lloyd looked like he was on some old pimp gangster shit, them fucking prayer menace eyes. Willie Lloyd. So you know what I'm saying? That's some dope stories, man. Dope stories. I think they need to be, you know what I mean, put on the big screen. I think I'm going to movies Friday to take my young lady to see Is God Is. There's a movie coming out, Black Cinema. Two young ladies that got burnt up by their father, and their mama did too, and they're going on a mission to get them. It seems like it's a comedy, dark comedy. It is what it is. I'm gonna show some support. But yeah, Angelo Roberts, aka Low. PNG. Um, did you know any of the people from Hey in the Middle of the Barn? They was doing their thing too. I can't think of the dude, the hustler that made the movie about his life, and then he moved to Africa, and the feds went and got him. He from Chicago too. He was associated with, they say, MC8 from Cali snitched on him, and also what's the fly light skinned jank from y'all way? Um, she was in Players Club, the Red Bone. They say she used to mess with him too. What's the Red Bone from Players Club? Lisa Ray. Smash that like, y'all. But yeah, Chief Wakita gave a speech up to them young boys and told them they about to tighten and fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like 12 of y'all in here. Let's get the lights up, man. Double tap the string. It's not the electric chair. Whose fault is all this shit? And Chief Wakita is Jeff Ford's son. Wow, Jeff Ford must be old as fuck right now, man. Because Chief Wakita was kind of young. I mean, kind of old. Larry Hoover is never getting out. Even when he dies, they're gonna keep him in prison. Same with Jeff Fort. So they're gonna bury him on the prison grounds. Is that why they brought him back to Joliet or wherever he is in? Because he older. So this, I don't know if Joliet has a geriatric prison wing. Because a lot of times in my state we got a geriatric prison camp that where all the old prisoners go, especially the old inactive ones. But ain't that crazy? But I mean, shit, they prick their finger to it, so they know what it is, you know. And that'd be a lot of times to be the problem. A lot of people get involved with shit and don't know what they're getting into, end up with 1,000 years and don't know how to do them. Crucial conflict. Yo, was a West Side Vice Lords. Now I never personally knew. Okay, they did their thing though. They went platinum or something like with that Hey in the Middle of the Barn. I know Shauna was down with them. Shauna that went on to get with Ludacris, Buddy Goddaughter. I know she was down with them at one time. Shauna was in that girl group too. What's going on, fam? What's up with you, James? What's up with you? Good afternoon. Lisa Ray, yeah, a baddie. Today's topic is: did China just win the Iran war? If Trump pauses the gas tax, federal gas tax, that is, you know that he can't even really do it, but it's talk that Trump is going to get the gas tax paused. Would that help? And whose fault is all of this shit? The high economy, food, um, utilities, all this shit is high. And what's so crazy is how when they are blaming your high utilities on them data centers. Nah, the data center about to pay their own motherfucking bill. Why ain't nobody bucking on that shit? The data center about to be paying their own motherfucking bill. Right? But they just and when I look at old cuts of Chicago, the G is in them. That's why these young people are gun clappers because they come from that bloodline, but it was more structured and pinpointed, gang against gang, mano a mano. You know what I'm saying? This new culture is the drill culture. You got beef with somebody one block over, you bang them and then go make a song about it. And you write it, and then I hate when I hear somebody say nowadays because even we came up P, it was the same day. It was like, y'all crazy now, you know what I mean? But back then, it was only one gun, the hood gun. But now everybody got a gun. Who was still in the federal prison, ADS, even though the federal, since he's been committed, I believe they're housing him there for security reasons. Larry Hoover's still in there. That's crazy. Okay. Damn, Hoover. So You think like a rival gang or somebody that's in the and there was a member of his shit might get him or what? Or that his presence, because his presence on a compound, shit, he got them take bank over a lot of other people. Like shit, Larry Hoover pop up, just roll out the red carpet. I know the prison systems roll out the red carpet for a super OG, but he probably since passed that. Every 10 years we change who we are from data and analytics, and what I mean, just growing up. Time won't give me time. What's going on, time? Respect. Stay consistent and stay healthy. What's goody with you, time? What you got going on today, man? Did China win the Iran war with Trump pausing the gas tax help? Whose fault is this and who divided America? That's, you know what I mean? Smash that like, shout out time. That's the only thing you can't get back. Somebody steal your coat, you might can find them and take it back. Maybe a gold chain, shit. You get fired, shit. You might can get back in there, but shit. Once the motherfucking tick in the top, nah, ain't know what I mean. You can't get it back. You might can rekindle it or make it feel like me, but you'll never get that again, man. Ain't that crazy? It is the only thing that don't wait. I'm blessed, money. Just had to hit the like button. I'm at work. I'm on a break and about to go back. I'm at work and had to come. That's what it is, time. Salute. Greatly appreciated for all your support too. Enjoy your day, family. Enjoy your day, man. Happy, you know what I mean? Happy summer, man. Summer coming in. This spring been, you know what I mean? A motherfucker, but wishing nothing but blessings, man. If we don't talk, enjoy your whole summer every day, even at work. Speaking of time, what y'all think about those Swatch APs they putting out? You think that's a disrespect to all the people who brought the Audemars Piguet at motherfucking 20, 30,000? Salute, salute. Likewise, family, that's what it is. Y'all seen them Audemars Piguets they got coming out under the Swatch? They dope as the fuck too, because they got the same bezel and band like the expensive ones. And some of the people that bought the other ones, they talking about is a disrespect. Okay, they got them sort of like they got Pistol Pete out of the Bronx. Pete up and get beat up. The what was he? Was he Pete? Was he nine? Nah, I don't know what he was. Blazing Billy. Pete up and get beat up. Them motherfuckers. Sex Money Murder. They got him locked down too. Peter Rolak. I remember when that shit hit Virginia. It came from New York. You know what I'm saying? That Sex Money Murder. It wasn't even on the LA type of blood gang shit. It was on some three-letter gang shit. It was a secret society. People was putting people on. But the one thing that stood out with me about the Sex Money Murder wave that hit the East Coast, they was cutting faces for real, and they was snatching shit. They was gang banging East Coast style to the fullest, and that is family. Like I said, like it wasn't no no structure, but it was like cousins and homeboys and people from the hood. This shit blew. The Sex Money Murder shit hit the West Coast. It was splashing shit, man. What's up? Salute, salute, salute. What's up, Score? What's up, Surreal TV Media? What's up with you? They join us. What's going on, man? Yeah, they got King Blood from the Latin Kings. He can't have no contact either. That shit crazy. Them people fear them people. Motherfucker lock you down like that. James Christmas wasn't a state law when company sent me to Vietnam for work. Wonder why they don't take the regulations off drilling permits. American oil field could step up again. Oh yeah, James. Hey James, how good is your Vietnamese? And did you have a girlfriend by the name of what last name Tran while you was over there? Nugent. Nah, Vietnamese they got the Trans and the Nugents. Smash that like so real TV. Sorry for disrespecting the name, little sis. Shout out to So Real TV. So Real TV, you know, if you can text the letters BMC lowercase, um, it'll drop your link. And you can do it as many times you want. And that goes for any of the content creators so can know where you at. What's up, Sassy Mo? What's up, player? What's up with you, Sassy? Yeah, shout out So Real TV for coming through showing that support. Let me get the link in case you already rolled up. I'm gonna drop it for you. Sassy Mo, Donald Trump going to China, Beijing. What you think? I just dropped the link to y'all to So Real TV. Little sister's a content creator. Y'all get over there and show some support. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with it. Smash that like, man. How's everybody doing today? I just supported the channel too, So Real TV. Wishing nothing but success. Investigating and learning about the that hantavirus is something greasy, ain't it? Learning Vietnamese, not had time to go out since we drilling on the mountains. Okay, 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 okay. Are you the do you operate the drill or are you the one that hold are y'all starting off with the light tapping, like when you put the chisel in or are you driving the drill? What's your position with it, James? You over there getting that bread, you getting that mooker too. That's what it is. Oh yeah, Sassy Mo. You think it's gonna be a problem because now you notice slowly but surely they keep talking about all the fucking people that was on that boat that's in America now. Slowly but surely they playing with us with the shit until it's cold red and the bitch coughing. Smash that like y'all, share me out. 16 of y'all in here, man. Double tap that screen, man. It's free. It's not the electric chair. It's not gonna shock me. And make sure y'all take the poll. Let's see what's going on with this. Trump disapprove 49%, approve 33%, 50-50 13%. It's Obama, Biden, and the Dems' fault 5%. Well, Trump is a clown. They will stoke his ego and will dance like a puppet. Remember, China is too old to worry about. Right, but that's how I know. And now, but no, but a lot of presidents don't go to China with a damn near strike against them with this Iran shit. A lot of when the president go to China, they go with their head up talking shit. Look, I want fucking shrimp fried rice, um, beef and broccoli. You know what I'm saying? But Donald Trump is going there similarly with a strike on him. You know what I'm saying? He got a strike on this shit. So now what? And then again, I see him doing a lot of shit like China. That military parade, that shit reminded me of the shit China, Russia, and Korea be doing. Them big ass people stepping and all that stuff, showing off the weapons. Because when China showed they shit off, they had fucking drones, they had them fucking cat dog looking ass robots and shit. Um, they call them spot in America. They look like little cat dogs. Imagine that shit coming to get you for a warrant, kicking your door in. You telling them he ain't here. The bitch looking through infrared. Shit is real out here. Smash that like, y'all. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, you got a title out that bitch. I'm a senior air consultant. We run air package for the drifting, for the drilling, my bad. So what's the truth, BCJ? You said we hate the truth? Give us the truth right now. This your 15 minutes of fame. Go. Smash that like, y'all. Share me out as we wait on BCJ to tell us the truth. BCJ 1973 too. So you an old head. Goddamn you shit. 57 years old. Smash that like, man. You know nothing about Trump. Man, Trump is, you know what I'm saying? But you know what's so crazy? Nobody can definitely put a name on a handler that's definite that's handling Trump. So you know he with the powers that be. You don't because people like George Soros is doing. If you know George Soros' name, he ain't doing shit. The people that's doing something, you'll never know their names. You'll never hear their names. The people that's really running shit. Smash that like, y'all. There's 11 of y'all in here, man. Double tap the stream. Greatly appreciated too, man. Trump disapproved 46%, approved 34%, 50-50, 12%. It's Obama, Biden, and Deal's fault 7%. That's what it is. They had dude in court the other day too, the one that tried to run. They keep trying to make it seem like the dude was Cole Allen was running up on Trump. Trump was like 2 floors up, right? He knew he wasn't getting in there. Smash that like. Keyshawn Davidson, I'm fighting this Friday too. Hopefully they don't come with that bullshit. They would. They jumped on somebody backstage at the last fight they had, fucking up that money. I don't condone it, but it is what it is. Trump has always preyed on the least educated, the weak, that is MAGA. Did any of you get your watches yet? Because y'all not going to get them. Why what's going on with the watches? You talking about the Trump watches? Because Trump sold a lot of shit that the phones, remember the phones? A lot of people paid their money on and they never got the phone. But what watches? The Swatch watches with the AP Swatch watches. I hope for not because I know they're gonna release only a certain few of them. Probably about I say from as many as 100,000 to as less as 10,000 to do that shit like Supreme does. Supreme will release a Louis Vuitton Supreme book bag, but they only will release 10,000 of them. So now the value to get it, you know what I mean, it goes up. So that's what I think they're doing with those Swatch watches. And then it's giving people who would not have the money to pay the 25, 30, 40, $50,000 for those APs to get one. What's good with you, forensics? What's up with you, family? Chilling, my G. You see Trump in Beijing with the lick read. You think Trump over there talking shit or he kowtowing, reading fortune cookies? Smash that like. And y'all right though. Nope. They did not get what's going on, Anthony Yanez. They did not get them gold phones. Trump fraudulent as a motherfucker. And them phones probably would have been so bugged and tapped up. Yeah. No, yo, Kanye, listen, Kanye tried to pull that shit. I got the Kanye Jones in here now. Kanye tried to pull that shit, but them pods, we had ordered a fruit pair of them, and fuck around 3-4 months later, like ain't no nothing. Soon as we got in touch with them, sent them an email that night. The next morning, they got back with us, and then the next day, the motherfuckers was at the door, like, huh? Yeah, Kanye West doing shit like that too. He ain't giving you the shit unless you ask for it. Like, huh? 4 months ago, motherfucker. I don't know why. Maybe you wrote something in capital letters, or you trying to text too much in 35 seconds because we got it on slow mo, so everybody can get their 1-2s in, family. God damn! So that shit, that's some cheese right there. Yeah, he jealous of Obama. He also that's why he wanted that Nobel Peace Prize. And y'all notice he took MLK bust out of there. Who he put in there? Benjamin Franklin out at the Oval Office too on the resolution desk. That's crazy. They gonna charge that to the motherfucking charge it to goddamn MAGA. Obama phone was free though. By the good, you terrible. For instance, Obama phone was free. So the gold phone was it the equivalent of like the Obama phone? Because the Obama phone is some little ass phone everybody had. Now they don't moved up. and now they like little androids. But Obama phones, remember they started out them little ass, look like little, know what I mean, garage door openers. Yeah, Melania seeing like she trying to wiggle her way into a couple of billion too, because she did that movie when she had that ugly ass hat on when she was there with Trump getting when he was getting inaugurated. Remember she was trying to make him put his hand on the Bible at the inauguration. Trump did not touch the Bible at all, and there was two of them out there. It was that Obama Bible that Lincoln used. Well, the Lincoln Bible that Obama used, and also it was the Trump family Bible there. He did not touch no fucking Bible. And when I used that shit about Melania. Remember, I was playing that little clip of her standing there with him. That shit got a copyright strike because she was making a movie. It seemed like they doing is doing shit for a movie, man. Charge it to the game, like P said. Yeah, yeah. He's so jealous of Obama that even Melania was giving out a speech that Michelle Obama gave before. Wow. Well, Melania, I mean, I don't blame her. Shit, get in when you fit in, get as much as you can because you know once the ship sink, the ship sink. You know what I mean? Only thing you can better take, which is what you can put in your pocket. So that shit crazy. That shit is crazy. But y'all know Trump is an anomaly, man. He he one of them old weird motherfuckers. Got a whole entourage with it. He couldn't touch the Bible. He wouldn't start. He would have started burning. Why is he the most intelligent man, Charles? I never understand that. Why do y'all think he's the most intelligent man? No, he's not no fucking Da Vinci, Michelangelo, Nostradamus, even. Um, Sun Tzu, Shaka Zulu, even with his military. You know what I mean? He's not. Why do you consider Donald Trump the most intelligent man? What has he done? That's I'm not trying to debate you on it. I just want you to tell me why do you consider Donald Trump the most? That's the shit I'm talking about. The fanaticism. Why do you say he's the most intelligent man? Okay, you can say he's the greatest president in your opinion. Okay, but the most intelligent in history. That's a fucking hell of a title to give somebody. I mean, is he even a Mensa Club member? Is he even because the Mensa is the basic level of intellect? Is he even a Mensa Club member? Let's start there, like they say in Chicago, like J Man say. Yeah, he went to get some more sneakers and shit. Wonder if American news will talk about China is doing to her neighbors while Trump over there. Shit, that's China in them business, James. Sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine. Ain't they teach you that in the hood you grew up in? No, tell me why he is so intelligent, fam. Trump has done everything right. I beg to differ, but you got to explain to me why you put that title. He's the most intelligent man in history. So Albert Einstein, he's smarter than Albert Einstein. Okay. Um, no, he's serious. He's got it. You know what I mean? You said he playing for instance. He got to be playing, but he's serious. Somebody's telling me that. King Fire. He's the most intelligent, but y'all don't know how to exit Iran. You know how they exit it fire with their head down and tail tucked. You lose some, man. You can't win them all. What's up, Fire? How's your day, family? You say Trump don't know how to read, right? What's going on, Kelly? You said he need to release the files. He's smart. He know better. This guy says he's the most intelligent man in history. What the fuck? Trump ain't even on intelligence. He's political businessman. He's not even. Know what I mean, that shit crazy. That's what I'm talking about. The fanaticism, man. Yeah, they say he went on a motherfucking tirade. And the night before that too. But if y'all really think it's Trump, Trump up late at night, 80 years old, testing some shit. He say he's staying out the thunderstorm, King Fire. Right, it's sunny today. He is 66. Oh, Clary Peace, you a girl. Okay, what part of England you from? And phonetically sound out your name so I can stop saying, because is it Chalari Peace? Is it Chalari Peace? And what part of the UK you in? Yeah, he ain't even the spot. He ain't even the smartest. Like, I don't get it. You know what I mean? The Peace Cat. Shall I repeat? Let me see. Oh, okay, forensics. Thank you. You know what? I just put it together. Right. Clary. Clary. Clary, look. You do not even understand Donald Trump. Like, for instance, was trying to subtly nudge me and tell me, you a foreigner. You never been to America. Americans are different. And we see it for what it is when we dealing with Donald Trump because we know that one day we could be the president. It just all how much shit can we, you know what I mean? Smear. What you know what I mean? That's that. And all of us are we try to say we so different, but all Americans is to a certain extent when we're dealing with people outside of the country, we are arrogant. Sometimes it's gonna be rude, demanding, knowing our worth, and you know what I mean. Now, shit is, you know what I mean, to be running around saying you're American is not safe because of this guy. He done threw mud on us, in my opinion. But there's nothing that we can't get back from. But you know, now we are known as backstabbers. You know what I mean, crisscrossers, finaglers. You know what I mean, colonizers. Yeah, Clary. There are no kings in the United States, and there's some kings in England, but they ain't got no powers. They paper tigers. They work for the firm. The king ain't in the king in England. You know what I mean? They work for the firm. Yeah, y'all can have Trump. Trump won't even go for it. It ain't enough people. The food suck in England. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't even go for that shit. If y'all probably would say, come over here and run England. He'd be like, man, England sucks. You know what I mean? I don't like your teeth. You know how Trump is. He's the New Yorker. And you want somebody like Trump, shit, hit any old folks home in America. Go to there's so many like Trump in Miami, Florida. Go hit Miami, Florida, Orlando. Know what I mean, Manhattan, New York. Found one of them old New Yorkers. You want somebody like Trump? They come a dime a dozen. They stuck in their way. Know what I mean, I can have them. Right, the people that wear the red clown hats. But you know what I done found out? White folks that support Trump don't wear them MAGA hats no more. It's a bunch of black people. I know one of my black content creators that I watch on here always got the MAGA hat on. But you know what I mean? Or he from Detroit, so he might throw his Detroit hat on. But I only see the black guys that represent Trump with the MAGA hats because they want to say, here, look at me. I'm MAGA. And y'all know that the MAGA, the Republicans, and the Democrats traded on black people for the Latinos for whatever reason. They were spreading them out amongst each, and they look. You know what I mean, the Latinos for the Democrats, they pissed on the black people, then start getting shipped out. Now they, "Oh, I need to help us. The Republican Latinos with the businesses, they shitted on the Latinos from the Democrats that got kicked out the country, and they tried to shit on the black people. But then they got into the Republican Joe and say, shit, a lot of these black people here, the backbone in this motherfucker, as well as with the Democrats. The Latinos, they found out that the black people are the backbone of it. Even MAGA, when the MAGAs got in there and the Latinos stepped up, they're like, shit. They don't trust your Latin ass, but the black dude, they don't trust him, but they let him drive the car because they know the police watching him. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can't go by what they say on the news because if you go by what they say on the news, we shouldn't even be talking because every other news flash, well, not that now it's kind of like evening out, but every other news flash will be a black man on TV running with somebody's purse. getting bit by the police dogs or on the mug shot or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You said traveling the world and talking to people we've been having problems since Clinton. Nah, not like right now. Shit, America still had its good name. In the last 12 months, America name been mud out there, man, on the global, you know what I mean? Man, Clinton ain't got nothing to do with this. Clinton said we the world police, and he also said I did not have sex with that woman. So, you know what I mean? Nope, don't put this shit on Clinton. Donald Trump brought this shit to an all new, know what I'm saying? New York love Trump. They love Trump though because that's the very essence of it. Independent, braggadocious, narcissistic. That New York motherfucking Yankees hat was all up and down the West Coast, East Coast, man, and to the West Coast. What's stick portfolio? What is that? You say you don't, but you know that's your homeboy. Y'all New Yorkers all the same. Braggadocious, arrogant. You be like, shit, this ain't no quarter water. Know what I mean? This ain't no Coney Island hot dog. You know how New Yorkers is. They fucking you a New Yorker when they come to another state. I've been with a lot of them. They're how you thinking New York is like because it's the arrogance. You know what I mean? No, fuck that. Y'all don't play Scully. What the fuck? You know what I mean? This ain't no BB Simon belt. You know what I'm saying? New York got that drip, had that swag. They pushed it. The, the Knicks, y'all brag about every fucking thing. Quarter waters, got daggone bodegas, motherfucking chopped cheese. Y'all brag about everything and bring every fucking thing with you. Ain't shit in New York no more, but a bunch of foreign shit because y'all done took it all out of there. New York, I'm telling you, Miss Ariani, what's up with you? Y'all, you know how arrogant y'all New Yorkers can be. And the Knicks ain't did shit. When are the Knicks gonna do something? Oh, am I wrong? Because I don't follow sports anyway, but I go by the jerseys, the popular jerseys, or who's you know what I mean. But yeah, y'all know the New Yorkers is the arrogance, and yeah, and all of them dress just like Tupac and act like Tupac. That was he. See, he went to the West Coast with the wild shit, but he blended right in with them because New York some beat your ass motherfuckers. They women is harder. The men are, you know what I mean. The women in New York are hot as a motherfucker. They'll beat your ass. A Puerto Rican beauty queen will beat your ass on goddamn Nordstrom in BK or catch your ass in Fordham Road and go across your head. You say the Knicks doing their thing, Sassy Mo, spoken like a true New Yorker. Yeah, New York, though. I'm telling you something. New York was the place to be. Motherfuckers go to New York for the summer and come back talking like New York. Yo, what's good, big? You know what I'm saying, son? You know what I'm saying? That sun, they put that sun on the map. Word, word, word. You know what I mean? You know, it's sort of like New York added to the United States patois too. You know, we don't speak English. We speak a patois of English, sort of like Jamaicans speak a patois of English, and you know what I mean? Chicago don't like Donald Trump. Chicago don't like nobody, man. You know, Chicago, they thump us. They'll go across your shit. That's Gangster City. They rock with Biggie first, but they rock with Tupac. Tupac is originally from the Bronx, right, Sassy? I know that. I know that. Even Matulu had a little joint down LES or wherever he was at with the little holistic shop he was doing. Matulu Shakur. But New York fuck with Biggie hard. I gotta give it to him. New York is Biggie all day though, and Biggie fucked it with New York. Biggie was a New York nigga, like hustling, going out of town, talking that shit. I mean, but you guess what? I'm from down south, but that's why I got. That's why I always watch wear the Versace's. Salute to Biggie because Biggie and Tupac turned me on to Versace in their music and Master P. Although I think some of Master P shit was bootleg. But Biggie, I mean Tupac turned me on to the Versace clothing, but the I'm clocking your Versace says watching your that's always was one of my favorite joints, and that's why I decided to put the Versace's on. And I like other brands. I got a couple of different brands of glasses, but these Versace looks right here, what I mean, ever since I put them on, you know what I mean, and I got it from Biggie. You say New York got 5 dimes per 100. Okay. But New York got some diamonds in the rough. They just too rough. The motherfucking New York girls doing push-ups on the motherfucking street light and them Tim boots they wearing and they be thick as a motherfucker. They'll beat your ass. The first thing they do is throw their hands up. God, I give you a hug, ma, chill, ma. And the word ma, you know what I mean? It means mama, but in New York, it means, you know what I mean, what's up, shorty? Yo, ma! You know what I'm saying? New York some funny dudes. I fuck with New York too, man. With New York people. Yo, ma! You know what I'm saying? This shit is totally different in New York. That's what's up, shorty. You know what I'm saying? But the New Yorkers, they all and then you know what I'm saying? You say you from Chirac. Okay, okay, okay. That's what it is. All the big cities, like what's the if I go by what I see, the young lady Mellow Bucks from Chirac. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Nas was like that. I was listening to Nas tape 3 years before it came mainstream. That not that first Nas joint, because Wu Tang and both of them they was coming out on the tape. They was on tape. The Brooklyn chicks will beat your ass. What's going on, Sanka? The Brooklyn motherfuckers in general will beat your ass. What's good? What's good? What's good, Nicole? What is Black Money Corps? Well, the Black Money Corp is a eclectic group of creators, family and friends coming together in a S corporation where it's maybe Black Money Corp oil, Black Money Corp seafood. It's get in where you fit in. You know what I mean? But right now, you in the black equals the Money Corp section right now. You know what I mean? And it wouldn't exist without me, the CEO, Black. Smash that like. Chilling, Barris Money. What's up with you? What's up, man? What's popping? What's popping? That's some New York shit too. And then it was a big block that was on one of these shows. She kept saying, "Pop off, pop off, pop off." That what's popping is New York too. They about to cut your ass. Somebody asked you what's popping, they about to go to your ass. Well, I mean, some of us not gonna get it, Nicole, but it is what it is. All I need is one mic. Yeah, and when the Wu Tang came through, like, but the Wu Tang, they from New York. They claim New York, but Staten Island should be just a part of Jersey because they got that Jersey with the braids and what I mean, the way they do their shit. You know what I mean? So I think that Wu Tang should be repping Jersey. They more Jersey type of niggas. If you know about the East Coast, smash that like y'all. Shut me out. The only thing that really give them that New York appeal because they spit that math and that in the gangsters New York nigga will understand that motherfucking supreme alphabet. You know what I mean? That knowledge, wisdom, understanding. The gangsters New York cat is gonna understand that. That peace God. Anybody on the East Coast that really got knowledge of stuff and know who they are will understand that. Yeah, let's get it popping, baby. 100. Right, King Fire. King Fire, is you from New York? Well, no, you don't need to understand the code because I mean I'm going under the premise that you ain't got to understand it, but good dope sell itself. So you know what I mean. Take back and take you a sniff. You feel me? That's it with that. Smash that like. Shout out everybody coming through, man. Did China win Iran war? Will Trump pausing gas tax help? Whose fault is this, and who divided America? 5% nation, peace to the gods and the earths. Know what I mean? And that's real. You know that shit went all up and down the East Coast. That peace God, to the point that motherfuckers that weren't even 5%ers was going out of town, that they was going under that fucking on the aliases. I even had an alias. Know what I mean, but I studied the math though. But I'm saying in certain sectors right now, they don't even know me. They only know me as my God body name. Yeah, if you can't make it in New York, you can't make it nowhere. And guess what? That's what I say about the Mamdani shit. If Madani does even minimal success in turning around New York and whatever they got going on with the transportation and the housing and stuff, it's gonna be a democratic socialist. If not him, because y'all say he can't get in there because of his nationality. But he's a naturalized citizen, I guess. Well, but they're gonna you about to get ready for an openly democratic socialist president. If Madani can even, you know what I'm saying? Okay, you from Belize. Okay, you said that. You got that. You like shine. You from Belize. Are you a Garafuno or am I? If I'm not pronouncing it wrong, if I'm pronouncing it wrong, correct me. Are you of Garafuno descent, the native black Belizeans? And also, you got that Almac in you, Honduras, Belize. That's what them Almacs was at. So shit, you got that God body in you. It is Sassy Mo. It is Costa Rica, Belize. You know what I'm saying? All of that was under the Mexican banner at one time too. Guatemala. Also, it was kind of infiltrated by the Confederates from the Confederate um when the Civil War. A lot of them that's where they retreated to South America, and the American government helped them start businesses there. And that's kind of ironic because you know after the Civil War to kind of bring back the fellowship, it was more as it ain't gonna be a bunch of war crimes. It's gonna be reconstitution. So we gonna embrace and help each other. That's what they you know what I mean. That's the message they put off to me. Yeah, I told you that goddamn Garafuno Mayan. Okay, okay, so you celestial with it, baby. Salute. Thanks for coming through. You got that Quetzalcoatl in you, Chalk Mall in the boys. That's what it is. That's one of my favorite periods in history to really study and try to understand because it's oftentimes misunderstood and misrepresented. You feel me? Because even in the Black Panther, when they mixed the Submariner with the Black Panther shit, the last one they did, y'all didn't see how they was mixing the Latino with the seemingly black community because the Black Panther, you still ain't telling me shit. I still don't think it should be in Africa. It's in Haiti because Haiti has all of those properties. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, the Garafuno. A lot of people are oblivious to it. Did you did you vote? Did you have dual citizenship? Did you vote when Shine and his peoples was doing their last little political run? I think Shine needs some money now. He been on everything, just giving it up. First he was, you know what I mean? Be quiet. Tonight is the night as we ride. Now you see Shine doing all kind. I seen Shine doing a fucking concert and like a fucking smoking jacket. Right, that ancestral power. Exactly. Exactly. I always been fascinated by the Almac heads out there on the Yucatan Peninsula. Because the Super Friends, they had a arch villain that sort of looked like them. And then when they he rose up out of the fucking dirt, he had hands and shit. And I always wonder who were those people? You know what I mean? Were they actually humanoid or what? You it's just it's hard to explain. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the information on them, they call them the Jaguar people, the Z people, the All Max. You know what I'm saying? The mother civilization. A lot of stuff about them. When the Europeans came, they destroyed a lot of those people's information. They glimpse and stuff. They call them like the same thing. Like hieroglyphics, Egyptians have hieroglyphics. Those people had a crazy ass um alphabet that you know what I mean You could just sit down and read. Do 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 do. Do. They had artwork, pictures. That's what they tell you. If you want to know somebody's history and their culture, look at the artwork of that period. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, sassy. But that's what it's about. Money, 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 money. All right, sassy Mo. Thanks for coming through. Sassy Mo, a Garafuno or something too. Dominican, I believe. Okay, okay. So you can to the barrows, I think it is. Smash that like my people is the Tillett family in Belize. They close to Shine family. Okay, the Tillets. Are they the ones that own that restaurant at their house? That nice they be cooking all that food. The Tillets. Is that them? Sanka. I'm gonna put a jacket on you. I mean, interesting people. I know some Tillets though, but they from out of Portsmouth, which may be because I'm telling you, the slave trade is crazy how they was doing from Trinidad to Belize, from Belize to America, and then even in Trinidad and Belize and Honduras and Tobago's, they have these um people that were in bondage that they brought from the Americas, which they called them Americans. And if you Trinidadians ever heard of that one, I don't know if it's really a lot of them in the Belize, but I know in Trinidad they still they call them Americans. Because a lot of people, I don't know why y'all don't understand that the African slave trade was pinpointing. It mainly went to Brazil and South America. You know what I mean? The islands was already populated with people of color that they put in bondage. And maybe it mixed and melded with the Brazilian, but they did not bring that many people here from Africa. I'm gonna say that to North America. Shout out all my super international people coming through today showing their support too. It's 22 of y'all in here, man. Let's get the lights up. 23, we fluctuating like cryptocurrency. Let's get the lights up, man, to 100, man. This shit is free to double tap that shit. You should just be ta-ta. You know what I mean? Anyway, because it's chill. You say it's big in Africa. Well, that's why I say Africans should be mad with Africans because Africans didn't sell any black Americans. Africans sold Africans. I mean, that's why I say I don't have nothing to do with it. I don't have nothing against Africans, but I don't relate to Africa. I'm more, you know what I mean, grounded into this is my, you know what I mean, terra firma. This one I'm from. You know what I mean? Tillets, Gillets, Wades, Robert Town, my family. Wow. The Tillets and the Gillets, the Wades, Robert Town. Okay, did the Indian population from India get mixed in with the Belizeans too, y'all? Because I know, like I said, in the Caribbean, a lot of people of Indian descent, and meaning not the Indians from North America, and real Indians from East, no, I mean East Indian Indians, red dot, not feather. Taking nothing away from the Native Americans, but the red dots. They brought a lot of them by way of colonization. Smash that like y'all. Shut me out. 22 of y'all in here. Thanks for that support, man. Okay, you know what's so crazy, Fire? When I read that, so would it be Tillet? Like, you know what I mean? If it's Gillette, so would it be Tillet? You know what's so crazy? That's how I read it too. But I just said Tillets and Gillets. Okay, because I said the name Tillet. So the Tillettes, would it be the Tillettes? Okay. That means I was butchering up the young lady Sanka name. Sanka Sanka Hestet. That's a dope name, Sanka. The Tillettes, the Gillettes, the Wades, and Rabba Tu Uo. Rest me RIP to Miss Geraldine Tillette. She was very political in Belize. Okay. Leak shot. Boom, 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 boom. For Mama Geraldine. Did a thing. Big team popping. That's what it is, family. How often do y'all go back to Belize? Do you go back to Belize any King Fire? And what about you, Sanka? And Sanka, have you got over there and checked out King Fire? King Fire got a King Fire. Be doing you know what I mean, his calisthenics and very healthy, you know what I mean? He's straight out of you know what I mean? Belize now. Now I get it, King Fire. Okay, okay. Spiritual, straight spiritual. You come from them folk, you know what I mean? Off of that Yucatan Peninsula. That's what it is. Smash that like y'all. Y'all got them ancient ones in y'all bloodline. See, we always get overshadowed here on in North and South America, Central America, with Africans and um Australian Aboriginals. Those people of color always get, you know what I mean? It okay, that's family. The Tillettes, y'all family, King Fire. Okay. Belize, sometimes they y'all straight Mayans. A couple of my kids done took trips to Belize too, like on their vacations. Smash that like, y'all. 17 of y'all in here. Double tap that screen. Salute for showing that integrity, tapping that screen. That's what it is. Shout out all my super international folks coming through. King Fire, did you know blinds that got killed in Belize? Smash that like. Y'all might know each other, don't even know it. Yeah, you was at, yeah, yeah. Smash that like. Don't get distracted. Folks, hit the like button as y'all enter the live. That's what it is. Damn, Cam. Hey, what year is that Forerunner? I knew somebody that had like a Forerunner from the 90s. That bitch was in pristine condition. I say the fucking Toyota people will buy this motherfucker from you. $70. That's about right though. That's about right now. That shit. Cause last time I filled up, it was $64 when I had did that video. Shit, that's about right. 2000. Yeah. Damn. See what I'm saying? Okay, y'all got to get ready for $100 to be the new norm to fill your tank up. And Cam, can you give us some information on this federal gas tax and does every state um take a federal gas tax out in this, you know what I'm saying? Is that why all the gas always says 9 tenths? Anybody know why it always says it'll be 3.99 and 9 tenths? That might be the federal goddamn gas tax right there. There's 21 of y'all in here. Double tap that stream, man. Cam, are you? I know we talked about this already, but are you getting one of those watches, man? One of those watches? Hey, do you know anything about that? How many they making? I know they gonna do the supreme shit. They ain't gonna put a lot of them out there. Okay, the federal gas tax is a flat excise tax of 18.4 cents per gallon on gasoline and 24.3% per gallon of diesel fuel. As of May 2026, this rate has been remained unchanged since 1993. God damn, that ain't bad. So can y'all imagine how many goddamn gallons of gas is pumped a day? So they eating off of that shit. It's sort of like the cell phone tax that on every cell phone and media device that is in America. Every month they tax the bill. Every one of them that's on a bill, they put a tax and take money out the bill. And it'd be like a few cents, probably 15, 16 cent, 30 cent probably. You know what I mean? But it adds up if it's millions of, you know what I mean? That shit crazy. Shanko, you know Rufus X. Damn, Bill, Bad Dog, Miller, what's up with you? Hey, what kind of truck you got that costs $120 to fill up? You must got one of them big ass old school Broncos with the Mickey Thompsons and the motherfucking the highlights on the motherfucking top and shit. The fuck, $120 got to be in Cali too, family. Give me the logistics and analytics on that one, Bad Dog. What kind of truck is it? You know what I mean? Is it on Mickey Thompson's? 910 is to make it look like it's 3.99 instead of four. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They say that like with the 99 cent store, it's making you think you're getting a better deal than it being a dollar. I got you. Okay. Yeah, and even with if it's 910, you got to go by metrics. You got to it's leaning towards $4. So yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's crazy, ain't it? The joiner, salute for that. Now as how would they make that money if the world does switch to electric? Because electric, they'll charge your ass an electric bill. Or you have to pay for your car to be running on a particular grid, like the internet. Like they'll find a way. They'll get you. Right. They'll charge your ass for the being on the grid because that's what it's coming down to. They're trying to create that grid and it's starting with them flock cameras. And next it's gonna be the when they integrate the streets and make them charge phones up or also carry the charge and you know what I mean, make your shit like you ride on a big ass microwave. Everything charging up, shit just booming. That's when they're gonna start charging you. Well, if you live in the city, it's not because you're not going too far. If you live in the rural, I would say yeah. The number 9 research. Okay. Okay. What's the number 9 research, King Fire? Smash that like. What y'all think Trump doing over in China right now? Eating a bowl of shrimp fried rice. Oh shit. Chinese people don't even eat shrimp fried rice. Like, I mean, mhm. The batteries for electric vehicles are crazy. Right. That's why they want all them fucking rare earth minerals so they can get them batteries. That's why Elon Musk was got that going hanging around. He thought Trump was gonna take that shit from Ukraine because Ukraine got a lot of it. But kind of found out United States got a lot of it in the Midwest and down in Southwest also in Texas and spots like that. Okay. King Fire, did you write that double up like that, or did they automatically do that once you brought up the number 9? That's crazy. Make sure y'all taking the poll. Trump disapproved 56%, approved 33%, 50-50, 6%. It's Obama the Dems' fault. 5%. Okay. I'm gonna do some investigation on that number 9. Right. Remember that shit was doing me like that. Like it's certain words that people text, it'll if somebody texts MAGA, it'll be you. It'll be YOU. Yo, can't fight, see? And it was only with that 9 shit. That's crazy. They always, they always doing some shit here. They was doing, it's just numerous things they did to me while I've been texting. Man, and look, I had a video of Nature Boy up. They doing a documentary on Nature Boy. I had a video that was doing numbers about Nature Boy. I got up one morning, that video was off of my fucking channel. I'm like, I thought maybe my little son had pushed the button or something with the mouse. Nah, nope. You would have to go do a lot you gotta do a lot to delete something. That shit was crazy. I ain't seen I still got it. I'm thinking like I'm about to upload it again though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all old heads love politics. Sad. Fuck Trump and the government. But guess what, murder? You'll be saying that shit from a concentration camp because you ain't gonna know what's going on. And what's going on with your murder posse? And you like running them cars and shit, murder posse, you're gonna end up in jail. And then you're gonna need Trump for a pardon. And which do you drive, murder? A Challenger or a Mustang? Smash that light. Right, how they gonna dispose them, right, bad dog? Because they can't even really dispose regular batteries. So now this fucking electric battery, all this bullshit in it. And what did those? What's the shelf life of those batteries? How when you get one? What are they saying now? Are they forever? No battery is forever. That's why I don't ain't none of this shit that we buy forever because that means if we buy it and it's forever, they'll never be able to sell you another one. You see what I'm saying? I remember the phones when they first came out. Drop a phone, the screen cracked the fuck up because they was trying to get as many different kind of phones, and everybody was trying to sell their technology. It was pushing Android, the Apple platform, then it was all kind of other phones that came and went. You know what I mean? Nokia had a motherfucking foothold in it, but y'all remember that them motherfucking phones was so fragile. So they started making motherfucking these phone cases and shit, jackets and shit for the phone. That shit crazy, man. Even when you don't, know what I'm saying, indulge in politics, murder, you do. You know what I'm saying? It's just like even they say when you don't vote, it's still a vote. It's a vote not to participate. So you know what I'm saying? Smash that like y'all. Politics. Double tap that stream, man. Smash that. We had 22 likes. How many people don't came through here today? 2,273 people, and we had you dope. That shit is crazy. Whether you stay here a minute or 20 minutes, you didn't tap the like. Shit, it must have been a bunch of Republicans. But yeah, Trump is proposing to pause the U.S. gas tax. Can he even do it? Right, everything is expendable, King. Like that shit crazy. Remember the old school furniture? You could not even break that shit. You know what I mean? Couldn't bend an old school fork. Now all this stuff, man. Couldn't bend a goddamn 72 Coupe de Ville. You couldn't, you know what I mean? Now all this shit balled the fuck up. Right. They declared him a terrorist group like last year, didn't he? Like last year. I started using that Antifa picture too. BMC, you get I want to get one. Right, but you know what's gonna be so crazy? Them shit's probably already sold out, pre-order. They say you can't pre-order it, but that shit is nothing gonna be just like the Supreme stuff they do. They put out a couple of thousand of them and to be done with it for the resale value. But I'm in the market. I want either a black one, a silver one, or a red one. But I'll take whatever one I can come across. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna try to get one because they say they're gonna be under. They say 300, but that's gonna be the base price for the you know what I mean. I bet you they go up. They're gonna be they're gonna try to probably throw some Schwarzkopf crystals on that shit and some more shit, man. They're a bunch of haters. Antifa is no less just the little disgruntled kids, man. Antifa is a bunch of kids, man. It's white folks' kids that don't want to fucking be their granddaddy. They don't want to be their grandma. They don't want to be their mama. They don't want to be their daddy. They don't heard their daddy talk all that bigot shit in the front room drinking Drambuie. Grandma don't like black people and she's smiling in the fucking housekeeper face. That's who Antifa is. It's just the kids that are bucking like anarchy. Back in the 80s, we called them anarchists. They had the A on their shit. They wore the trench coats and rode their little bikes and smoked their weed out the one hitter and or the big bongs and shit. 'Cause you know the white boys always had the dope weed, the good weed. But that's all Antifa is, the disgruntled kid. That's what all the disgruntled kids that they somewhere grouping up. If they ain't on that nationalist shit, white supremacy, goose stepping, they somewhere laid back smoking weed. You know, fuck those Democrats, fuck the Republicans. Anarchy, man. You know, it's a spinoff. They in the 60s they was more docile, they was hippies and shit. Peace and love and free sex and all that shit. While the black folks was black power, you know what I mean? Because that's what we had to come with it. Because Martin Luther King was pushing us to get our head beat in and sprayed with a water hose. We had to have that other side, that Malcolm X by any means necessary in the window. Know what I mean, but that's all Antifa is that's the disgruntled little white kids, man. Okay, so the real shits ain't dropped yet. Cause I see that they've been showing the APs and they almost got like the same bezel like the expensive ones. I'm like, hell no. Louis Ribera. What's up with you? What's up with you, Louis? I'm chilling, family. Yeah, you gonna get one on? I don't know why you ain't got no jacket on. Quit rolling the blunt like a Democrat. Ah, hey, what's so crazy is I was watching a joint and dude told his son stop motherfucking acting a fool because you acting like a Democrat and we're Republicans. It was on like cops or some shit like that. One of them TV with the police had they cameras on and shit. That shit wild as fuck. But Cam said they been AI pics of it, so you say it look like a but you know what? The Audemars Piguet has that same look. Know what I mean? Remember Swatch watches? Y'all remember Swatch watches? I like the Swatch watch that the Swiss with the Swiss joint the Swatch watch with the dollar bills in it with the money and the clear Swatch watch. I came up on Swatch watches. It was Swatch watches, Billabong, Jazz Vans, I'm talking outside the hip hop realm when I was in the 80s, what was trending and what went together with it. If you had a Swatch watch on, no doubt you had on an OP shirt, Ocean Pacific, you had on a Billabong corduroy light jacket, you was wearing the Jazz Vans, that was the quarter top Vans when they first popped, the Jazz or the checkerboard, the boat shoes, Vans, if you had a Swatch. Okay. Probably like that roll with that octagon like bezel on it, right? You can't even spell Mr. Trump is awesome. Put it down, man. It's too early to be drinking. Put it down. But yeah, the swatches used to be dope in the 80s. Smash that light. 21 of y'all in here. You got to put the liquor up. Oh, you got a Timex that keep on ticking. Has it stopped ticking? Fossils. The fossil watch was the fake swatch. Miller. The fossils was dope though when they went into the I think they did a deal with what's that Tag Heuer, the tag shits. I think Fossil did a joint with them. Y'all remember the Movado watch, the museum watch, Movado museum watch with the no numbers? They was really killing it with that shit with the little with the gold joint. Some of them had the diamond on it. The Movado museum ones. Smash that like okay, yep. Shit. Ballads, tree torn. They don't know about them tree torns. I used to like the tree torns with a little hook on the joint. They don't know about those tree torns. Lottos, no, they do not know about the lottos. But the ballads, man. Yo, I had a motherfucking obsession with the ballet boots back in the day. I used to push the ballet boots. Um, I had the forest green, the blue, the red. I used to be a Big Daddy Kane fan. That's why I wear this Nefertiti. I got into knowledge of myself. Big Daddy Kane, the first person I seen with a Nefertiti on, he had like a big ass one. You know what I mean? And I was a Big Daddy Kane fan. So yeah, ballads, that was come on, man. Okay, they make all the movements for the Gucci. Gucci watch has always been for fashion anyway. It was never no seriousness in it because, well, the watch crystals and the mechanism in the watch, what I mean, is what it is. But the only thing that people really was looking at, really, with a Gucci watch is the band. So it's always been cosmetic. There was no seriousness in the, you know what I mean, the oyster perpetual of a Gucci. Oh yeah, you say you still wearing it? Okay, that's what it is. Me too. I like to keep a lot of my shit, man. Like a lot of stuff, like even like with this earring in my ear. I had this earring in my ear for 25 years. That's why I buy real gold and diamonds. I don't play with it when you wear jewelry. I had this necklace of probably um 15 years. You know what I'm saying? When I do something, I like to get what I'm looking for and make sure that this is quality. I had these glasses for what 6 years. You know what I mean? 6 years. Yeah, Bally's. Look, Travel Fox. Man, what you know about Chopper Fox? Clarks. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep a dope pair of Clarks, my G. You just got to. You just got to keep a dope pair of clocks. Fire. You don't know if it's going to be a funeral, bar mitzvah, or anything coming up, but you got to keep a dope pair of clocks. You feel me? A nice crispy black pair. It never fails. You remember the alternative at the Chinese people who sold all the fucking hip hop shit and the black shit. If they didn't have the clocks, they had the Vikings. Remember the quarter top Vikings? Cam, any fashion brand watch besides Cartier have cheaper movements. Doesn't mean bad. You just aren't getting what you pay for when you could just buy a fossil. Right, right, right. A lot of watches, unless you really getting into the, you know what I mean, the Breitlands and above, you know what I mean, the airplane dials and old school wheel dials for the motor cars and stuff. Unless you're really getting into them, a lot of them are a subpar mechanisms inside of them anyway. That's who divided America. Mutt and Jeff, Obama and Biden. Smash that like. Yeah, it has a few nice watches, but I ain't never really been into watches. But I do want to get a nice decent um Rolex. Probably one of those Pepsis. I've been looking at. Y'all know they call it a Pepsi because the dial is blue and red and white, like the colors on the Pepsi. And it was like one of the first watches made for diving in, you know what I mean, in two different time zones. Okay. But then they got the pandas, the with the black face on them. Then they got the reverse panda with the white face. There's a couple of different nice Rolexes I'm looking at. If you know, you know. If you're kind of, you know what I mean. The Batman, yeah, with the black and the what's that? The Batman is, what is it? Black and blue? Or is it black and gray? The Batman, okay, on the bezel. Yeah. Oh yeah, you about to get some Starbucks, right? And plus, it's just the atmosphere of Starbucks. Starbucks is dope. One of my little queens over here, my lady, they always going to Starbucks getting all that shit. Starbucks high as a motherfucker. They good though. They got that biscotti type of that bread, that bread on that. It's like with the ham shit up there. That bitch stud missile. And then their coffee, you know, it's like McDonald's coffee. It has a certain smell and taste and ambiance and flavor with it. I'm always seeing my little chicks running through here with a cake pop from their OG sis. Always giving them a cake pop. Them shits is dope. You know what I mean? Starbucks is a lifestyle. You know what I mean? Okay, your favorite Rolex is the bluesy. Okay, you got expensive taste in your wrist anyway, Cam. You love them watches. And a lot of people don't have a clue what we talking about. I might do a video on the different styles of Rolex because there's a whole goddamn counterculture in itself. Okay, hey Lou, you know I read that wrong. I read I plan on getting some Starbucks. It will hit a little different drinking it from a cup, mainly because I'm drinking it from this jump. So Starbucks will hit a little different from drinking. That shit crazy. Okay, that Starbucks is tight. That fucking green with yeah, that shit is tight. You terrible. Salute for clearing that up. Right. Shit, Starbucks is the Bentley of coffee shops. Remember coffee was 20 cents a cup? Motherfucker, write your name on a cup for $20. But like I said, it is what it is when you out and you chilling and you know what I mean. It's like holding an iPhone or something. You got a couple of Starbucks, you doing it. You know what I mean? It's like holding an iPhone in your hand. It do the same thing as you go to and get an Android, but it's just the ambiance. Starbucks goes along with UGG boots, Tesla cars, and shopping at Whole Foods and shit. You know what I mean? Starbucks is to the get money people to what drinking Hennessy as opposed to Paul Masson in the hood is. You know what I mean? It's a step above. Remember everybody was drinking Alizé and Hypnotic? Them shits ain't popular no more. Remember everybody was drinking that shit? They had the Hypnotic was what was Hypnotic? The Credible Hulk and Alizé was they put it in Thug Passion and the Hennessy. Smash that like y'all. That Thug Passion. I might make a Thug Passion now. Get some liquor and make a Thug Passion. Who's causing gas prices to spot despite Zilla? Trump is. Trump is who's causing a non-cynical war that doesn't make sense. Trump is. Trump. Okay, Zilla, you done went ham on it. What part of the country you in? You should get a cool vintage Rolex from your shit. My shit, many moons. They want a pretty penny for one of them motherfuckers. My shit, many moons ago. That green box gonna be old as fuck. Because if I were to get one from my birthday, I want the papers to come with it, and I want the original box, and that shit will cost a pretty penny. Hell no, I ain't living like that. Okay, you had to get the orange 17 Pro Max. Represents that new look. Okay, well the new look, man, I'm pretty stuck in my way on it. Okay, Zilla, if you say you're white living in New Mexico, okay, what's the climate like? Are you in the suburbs? You getting it how you live or what? What's your data and analytics being out in the in New Mexico? Yeah, I had a blue motorcycle, a purple motherfucker, all that shit. You know, the blue motorcycles would be like they put their carousel in there and all that shit. Yo, them blue motorcycles would be $2 in the club. I drank them shits all night. Blue motorcycle, Credible Hulk. Like I say, um, what was that other one? It was the blue motorcycle. It was the Credible Hulk. It was damn. They a step above the whale drinks, the rums and cokes, and I mean. Yeah, I used to drink that shit, man. When I one time I was drinking Paul Masson one time, and I was hanging around a bunch of Paul Masson drinkers at work, and then I drunk Paul Masson all but 2 months. That shit had me earling, doing a bunch of bullshit. I live in the nice suburbs. Albuquerque has the war zone, though statistically worse than Chicago and Detroit combined. I have regional slang Spanish, so I fuck with my bros. Okay, okay, okay. So you speak the local patois of Spanish, huh? Are you from um New Mexico? New Mexico got a brutal prison system too. Sheesh. Okay, you just go and snatch one. Yeah. But remember just snatching one of them joints in a Heineken or a Corona. Remember the two options in the club that made you think you was international was Heineken and Corona. But if you was in a more Carib field, it would have the um the red stripe also. They done got high as fuck, man. Remember a 6 pack of Red Stripe was like five something. Now that shit is damn near $10. They don't went up on the Red Stripe, man. Yeah, Albuquerque is bad. You got a gang problem and a lot of motherfucking illegals and a bunch of other shit, cartel type of smoke out there, man. It's the Wild Wild West. Yeah, I used to, you know what I mean? For example, a la Virgo brother, this shit got you all hearted. You think you I don't understand nothing the fuck you just said. Smash that like though. 20 people in here, man. Double tap the screen. It's free. It's not the electric chair. It's not gonna shock me. Oh, that Guinness stout. Okay, the Guinness Stout too stouty, man. Too stouty. Modelo Negro remind me of a Guinness Stout. Wasn't it a recipe where people used to drink the Guinness Stout in the egg or something like that? Too coffee. I drink regular coffee, but Guinness Stout, they're good when they cold. You know, I had my Guinness Stout days when I was drinking the Guinness Stouts and the St. Pauli girls and all them. You know what I'm saying? That stout though, I'm more of an IPA. You know, something light and crispy. Smash that light, man. Is this Brandon from out New Mexico, man? I like ciders and liquor. I've never been a beer guy, right? Like I said, I like you know what I mean. If I drink a beer, I stick to drinking it. Like I've been drinking Modelo for the last 7 years. I'll stick to it, and I just like I won't drink if I go somewhere they don't have what I drink. I don't say yeah, well give me one of those. Nope, I don't do it. I don't replace. But like liquor too. I like liquor, all different kinds. You know, I have my moments, but mainly I'm an 1800. The one step above the Tupac bottle, the VSOP Hennessy, Cavassier, Grand Marnier mixed up in either Hennessy, VSOP, or a 1800 silver orange juice, shots. You know, something like I don't do too much drinking though. And when I feel like I'm drunk, I cut it out. Know what I mean, yeah, they say that. That's what I'm saying. It was a recipe back in the day that a fruit Rastas used to be drinking Guinness Stout and egg. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't drink to get drunk. That's a no no. I don't fuck my equilibrium up. Right? What have you tried? Have you tried the Paradises and the different other upgrader? The reason black people like it because it's funny. Look, when Hennessy was looking for somebody to distribute it to, the only people that was taking it was the black people. You know what I mean? And it was sold as a premium liquor in the hood, meaning it was $4 or $5 more than the regular, you know what I mean, cognac. You know what I mean? So Hennessy, that's and they always had that allegiance in camaraderie with the black people. And the person was first trying to, break Hennessy over here in the United States. Because they claim it come from because it was in France and in matter of fact in England and France, two stouts and a blunt. Okay. Right, do whatever you want, long as you're doing it respectfully. But yeah, the Hennessy shit is real. They had a hold on, I'm about to. But yeah, plus right now all the black people drink Hennessy because Tupac, because Tupac always had one of the motherfucking bottles in his hand. But Tupac was drinking the cheap Hennessy, that shit that had your ass drunk, cursing motherfuckers out. I mean, but Hennessy was promoted by a black lady too at one time. You ever heard of Josephine Baker, the lady that had the banana dance and all that? Betty Boop stole from her. She was promote. They always use black people because black people they got that motherfucking that. I mean, and the number one reason, okay, when the black soldiers went to fucking France and did their thing during World War I and II. When they came back with different shit, and the ones in Harlem came back with the Hennessy. This that shit that they drinking over there. They seem more cooler than probably drinking the American bathtub gins fresh off the prohibition. The black soldiers from World War I and II brought it back from France. Because Hennessy is made in the same place where champagne Grand Cru and all that is made out of them grapes off in Normandy, the Vikings. You know, Rollo, he got that Normandy from out of the French king, whole Viking little settlement inside of France. If y'all know, you know. And I mean, and monks and everything created the champagne, the Hennessy's, and all that stuff. So they say, you know what I'm saying? But that's what his has his origin. But yeah, that's where it really got popular when the black soldiers brought it back to the community. And, you know, like I said, New York always has been the vocal point of what's trending in the world because New York is the capital of the world. Everything ends in New York. You feel me? It is what it is. But yeah, that's where it came from too. Hennessy is owned by the same people that own Louis Vuitton, shit, Moet Chandon, Lamborghini, Ferrari. They own so much wealth. This the people that own Hennessy. They're part of a S corporation, a conglomerate. I think MCM. So many luxury brands are included in that package when you invest in Hennessy. But yeah, yo, Mob Deep did it the best to ever do it with the Hennessy shirts, the Hennessy vinyl shirt. That shit was dope. On Shook, what was that on Shook Ones? You're not a Shook one. No, you're not a crook, son. You just a Shook one. That shit. Ah. One benefit to doing bad things is that the poorest states in the nation, aka New Mexico, is getting millions of the cannabis industry. So much of it is even. But are they getting any money off of the cannabis industry? Right? You said it was going broke though. Hennessy, yeah. But people like Mobb Deep, Tupac, Nas got a Hennessy deal too. You know, Nas got a big deal pushing Hennessy. Right. They said that about Tommy Hilfiger too. That Tommy Hilfiger said he didn't make it for black people. Or then they said that about Ralph Lauren, Ralph Leibowitz, that he didn't make polo for black people. They always, you know what I mean? Like they tried to say one time, Troops. Remember the sneakers Troops? They was like acid wash sneakers. They had the ice lambs and stuff like that. The Troops. Remember they was like, and they had the craziest tracksuits and jackets. Like L Cool J, Force MDs, all kind of people used to push them shits. MC Shan, but the Troop suits. They try to say Troop was started by the KKK, and I think it came out of New York, out the Bronx. That shit was crazy. As well as y'all know that Ralph Lauren, the polo cat, he from the Bronx. His real name is Ralph Leibowitz. When you listen to New York song, listen for those alternate lyrics that surprisingly it fit in the song. In New York, Concrete Jungle, Wet Dream Tomato. Y'all know that Mercedes Benz went bankrupt in the 90s also, and Ford fucked around and bought them. Chrysler and Ford had a hold of the Daimler. Nothing like good thread count from Ralph Lauren. See what I'm saying? Ralph Lauren sold you the polo lifestyle. You can buy polo sheets. You know they got a Ralph Lauren restaurant in Chicago. I went to the joint in Chicago. It's right across the street from Ghirardelli's chocolate. That shit crazy. They said Nas got that Pacaleo deal with him. Well, it depends on which Mercedes you get and how you driving it. You know, Mercedes, BMW, even Volkswagen, those cars are not made to be driven just around in streets. They're made to be on like the Autobahn. They're designed to drive on the original highways. So if you're not driving at a high speed, like maybe getting on the freeway to work every day or something like that, there's no need to buy one of them that's like there's no need. Oh yeah, in New York. But you're right though, Lewis. If you don't have the money for the upkeep of a Mercedes or a BM, especially just even look at the engine, like you got to have a special tool to get to open this shit up. Like if you ain't got a steady of capital, don't even do it. You know what I'm saying? My brother used to get a bunch of the secondhand ones, and you know what I mean. He ain't know nothing about Mercedes as opposed of the problems that he was gonna have, but he still did it though. He had some nice ones too. Nice shits. Touring cars on their ass. Yeah, my brother had a BMW too. He had the one for Mark for Death. That shit was dope too. It was the drug dealer days. Uh it was blue. He painted it black and it had all this. She had Adonis rims on them. You know what I mean? The bitch. It was like the shit from Mark for Death that they was riding in. Right. You know what I'm saying? But y'all know that the Nazis invented that synthetic oil situation out of necessity, the same as well how they invented all this artificial fruit sweeteners and all that shit, like Fanta soda and stuff. It came out of the need for shit during World War II. Okay, Clinton High School out in the Bronx. Okay, where you was living at when you was in the Bronx, King Fire? Soundview, somewhere like that. Castle Hill, Soundview area. Smash that like y'all. Y'all know Trump leaving China today. Oh, I mean, he going to China today. I wonder what's gonna go down. That Clinton High School, is he named after the same Clinton that's kind of like some kin to all the presidents with Cornwallis and Bill Clinton? You say it's Orange Man fault, Mikey. Milk, Milky Yo. Name three reasons why it's Trump fault. You ain't even in America, fam. You ain't even in America. It's crazy how they're making a meme out of these people that just got sentenced to life in prison because they was crying, as they should be. Their life is over. They get fucking life in prison doing dumb shit. V12 was a must. Now the V8 and V6 getting too much for them. Right, King Fire? That V12, you know what I'm saying? USA all day. Right now, I seen a is it a Kia? They got a Kia out there that look just like a motherfucking a Range Rover. Have y'all seen that Kia that look just like the Range Rover? The face of it, you like this shit is crazy. Okay, it's that AP right there, Collabo. That look like a Watch 5 right there. So is the bezel going to be able to be placed in a watch band, or is this going to be just this keychain type of operation right here, man? That's real. That's crazy. That is crazy. That shit gonna be gobble wobble if they're not gonna be able to place it into a watch setting. That's crazy. Gobble wobble. Wow. They really had me fooled. They can have that. I thought they was gonna put out one of them ones that look like the Audemars, like the one you said. That was crazy. They can have that shit. Damn, that was crazy. Yeah, Europeans with their bullshit. I thought for sure they was gonna, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I think it's just a keychain type. Yeah, yeah, that's like that's like some more on some souvenir type of shit. You can't really take that shit serious. I thought they was about to release one of them motherfucking demons. Damn, you can't take that shit serious. I mean, that's a waste. I thought they was about to release one of them motherfuckers. That's for somebody that just want to buy some novelty shit. That's like them keychains that you buy from Coach. I think Gucci. A lot of the fashion houses they got a line of them that the girls be having hooked onto the pocketbooks. A lot of y'all ain't even up on it, but them shits be costing some motherfucking money. Especially the Coach ones, the one that shaped like a dog and that mouse looking one. Them shits can go. Yeah, King Fire. You say the car that don't have to be plugged in and charged. Right. It's gonna be coming to that because they're gonna start putting the charge into the streets. All your devices are gonna be charged up just walking around the streets. I think that's why they're doing them data centers. I don't know. But y'all notice them big ass light poles pop up all the time now with the big gray shields on them. Who the fuck you look up in the sky, you see them motherfuckers someone like that shit was not there yesterday. But they got trees like that now. The trees are G5 transmitters, but it look like it's a real tree, but it's not. It's a G5 transmitter. As well as in your city, they have a lot of houses that are not houses. They are pump stations. How the water gets funneled through these rural areas is they got pump houses. At least in this area they do. It look just like a regular house. Garage, they might even park a car in front of it. But inside of it is the mechanisms to run the city's water systems. Ah, Lewis, you said pretty soon they can put us on a charging station. You better bet it. That's the first thing motherfuckers. Hey, remember before they even got the cell phone shit down pat, the first thing a motherfucker asks you when they come in your house is can they use your can they charge their phone up? What the fuck kind of phone you got? But now phones stay charged for 3, 4 days. The first thing the motherfucker come in your house and say is, "You got a charger? Can I charge my phone up?" Boy, you better get that Nokia. But it is right. Okay, DeWitt Clinton, and I'm pretty sure he was kin to the Clinton, to to the Clinton that was the president because you know all the presidents are kin by way of General Cornwallis. Y'all see that Ford Mustang is now this old funny looking ass electric car. Like they just be doing shit. Motherfucker get bored and just want to change shit because they can. Not because it needs to be changed. They're doing it because they can. So far since we've been live, 3,195 people came through here. Salute. That's what it is. King Fire. And I don't understand why people was turning up them Teslas because they was mad with with whatever his name is, Elon Musk. My old lady ain't even into pocketbooks. She said the sugar plum got all the nice ones sold out. Okay, the sugar plums. I know MCM got a new one, a new color. They got this sort of like this greenish pea greenish color with the black background. I seen it with the black MCM logos and diamonds. Man, that motherfucker fire. That MCM ain't no joke. And is at a good price. I think the crossbody is at probably like 5 or 6 for the luxury apparel. That's pretty dope. They got cars that charge off of airwaves. That's crazy. Well, they say they got a lot of inventions in Africa that ain't really got outside of the continent because they keep that continent stifled. Smash that like somebody that was wanted for murder in Honduras got snatched in a traffic stop. I see Dash Dillinger just sued Tupac Mama and them shit for unpaid royalties. I think I know the machine you talking about, but the most about with the water turning water making it rain is like the seeding when they send the shit up in the sky and seed made the storm clouds. I think I know the machine you talking about though. Oh, you know what? I did not want to say it. King Fire. I knew it. You didn't even have to say it. I knew it when I read it. And I looked back over, I said, oh, I might want to stay clear of the LGBTQ type of situation. But yeah, the young men in the LGBT community, they do be carrying the purses and stuff now. But a lot of them be pushing that swag on the young ladies too. You'll see the young ladies snatching them up. But you know what I'm saying? The sugar plums. Yeah, remember that was popular though for the young guys in that lifestyle when they was talking about they was carrying a merce. What the fuck is a merce? But to each his own, fam. It's crazy. Smash that like. Did China win Iran war with Trump pausing gas tax help? Whose fault is this and who divided America? Let's look at the poll. Trump, 56% disapprove, 30% approve, 7% 50-50, 7% is Obama, Biden, and the Dems' fault. After a couple of these, we damn near 2 years into the presidency, the Obama and Biden ain't got shit to do with it now. We too deep into this nigga shit. The man purse, yeah, it doesn't even sound right. But you know what's so crazy? Purse was something masculine in the first place. A purse was a like bounty or a prize. You know what I mean? And they would give it to them in the bag and they would throw the purse underneath their arm, cuff the purse. So it started out as masculine, but as women started making their you know what I mean, the purse. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what the purse has its origins in. It don't sound right though. But I mean, I had read an article about the ASAP Rocky young guy. He said he was wearing the girl clothes and shit. Like, what? It's just they come from a different breed. Like I'm raised, I mean, like Archie Bunker was a good analogy for Americans back in the 70s. Archie Bunker. Because he ain't play that shit. And that's how I was raised. I don't see nothing wrong with LGB, lesbian, gay, bi. I grew up with them. I got cousins, family members, it is what it is. But the TQ is what I understand. But we didn't condone it, but we didn't bother them if they was of that persuasion. You understand me? But a lot of the style and clothing does come out of the LGB community. The TQ community, they ain't been nothing but some problems. But the LGBT community has influenced American pop culture from the beginning. They had a lot to do with that Matt Gala that just came and went. That Matt Gala, that's a witch hunt though. They do some witchy poo shit there. The current pain stems from falling for net Yahakuku bullshit. Oh shit. I remember when I first got a fucking Yahoo email. I thought I was the shit. You know what I mean? That shit crazy. Mm. that that shit crazy, man. But no, Netanyahu fell back from what we dealing with. We dealing with the Iranians. Netanyahu don't fell back. We dealing with them. They say Trump did so much texting last night. Maybe he got mental. Trump need to stop that bullshit, man. They say he did so much texting last night. Maybe he might be not altogether there. Shit. Trump is a black man's best friend. Shit, ain't nobody on the planet, not even a black man, is a black man best friend. We do more damage to ourselves than anybody else. So, name three reasons why you came in here, David Thompson, and said Trump is a black man's best friend. Right. Fear no man. Cut it out. Right, act like a man. So right, family, and act like you feel no man. Cause that's pussy shit coming in here with that. For sure, Lewis. That's pussy shit coming in there with that bullshit. He coming in talking about something. But you know what? I be wondering how do they think of this lame shit they be saying? Like did you take all day to think of that? When I'm gonna come in here and say this shit. This gonna fuck them up. They download the gay AI. Wow. Hey, but y'all know it's an AI that is people are having relationships with this AI thing, and it made one person try to kill themselves, or not even kill themselves. Like, how are you dating an AI? That shit makes no sense to me. But they got people out here that's dating AI characters and shit. Nigga, if you got money to buy AI fucking upgraded AI and buy, do all that shit, you got money to go trick off on a bed. The fuck is you out here buying an AI girl? You want an AI girlfriend? At least you know where she at. Pretty soon she microchipping on your ass. This world getting crazy and crazier. The woman, yeah, tap the money, debit, chips. We about to wrap this one up too, y'all. I'm gonna be back in a few. Thanks for everybody coming through, showing that super support, man.